1.1 is still coming out on June 10th. It has not gone anywhere, don't worry. Nothing is being postponed, nothing is being cancelled. The game is completely fine, I promise. June 10 is still happening. What else? Jason has not quit. I'm here today alone as well. Jason is still intact. He is still safe. He's still working here. We love him. He's been busting his ass for all kinds of content. He's around. He cannot be on the stream today because this stream was never meant to be in the first place. We are here today because I fucked up. And we're gonna talk about that. But he's also sick. He's sick and seemingly fine to work from home, but at a moment's notice he might just call in and be like, yo, I need to rest, so yeah. But he's not here. Today is also a solo stream. What else? We'll talk about how I fucked up. Yeah, this stream, first and foremost. Why am I hearing... I'm wearing my headphones. That's why I can't hear myself speak, which I usually can for the streams. I was listening to Scandal right up until the stream started. We're here today to talk about YouTube and community content, first and foremost. Again, this stream was never meant to happen in the first place because this Tuesday is the first Tuesday of June, and the first Tuesday of every month we have now taken as a stream off day for recuperation and other, like, making other content purposes. So this stream is impromptu, and thus this stream will not touch upon Satisfactory much at all, except for the first minute right now. I'll talk about the game right now, and then I will greet you, chat. I will greet you and watercool with you, so if you want to be on your merry way, maybe to the Unreal Fest, after the Satisfactory update. Where is pop-out chat? You can be so in 1 minute, because we are not going to talk about the game much at all today. We're going to talk about me, and we're going to talk about YouTube. It's nothing big, by the way. It's not I'm making this out to be big now, I'm realizing. It's nothing super big. The one thing I want to touch when it comes to the game is also actually also because of last week's stream. We had a little mishap where we announced on the dev stream that Squished Lifts are going away. Fake news. We have since said, I have since said, and devs to me have said internally that that is fake news. On Discord, on Reddit, we have come clean. Squished Lifts are not going away. There was a bug, might still be a bug, in 1.1 EXP, where if you had blueprints carrying from, if you were carrying blueprints into EXP from 1.0 live into 1.1 EXP, and those blueprints contain Squished Lifts, those Squished Lifts stopped working. They didn't work in EXP, and even going into live, if you still have those blueprints, if you have set them at any point in EXP, those same blueprints, if they contain Squished Lifts, will not work in 1.1 live, but you can fix that by remaking that blueprint from scratch. And you can still put them down separately however you want. So Squished Lifts are saved. Don't worry about that, chat. So yeah, Squished Lifts stay, and if they are part of a blueprint in your EXP save, you will have to remake that blueprint in 1.1 live. Going to live will not fix that automatically, but when you are live and once you have updated those blueprints, bam, they're back on track. That's the game update. That's literally all I'm gonna say about the Satisfactory, unless of course we make it to the Q&A section at the very end, because this stream is gonna be very short, like 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll have time for some Q&A. If you want to send questions, you can do so by the usual means, through AMA. This stream is a mass hallucination. Ah, man, I kinda wish. Mikael fuck up checks out. Where are we? Hello, people. Swiftit, Dragon Lair, Marcin, Roomy, Casper, Kriggs, Lighting, let's go. Exactly, yeah. If you don't know what a Squished Lifts, if you don't know what a Squished Lift is, there is plenty of Googleable stuff on it. Let's not dive too much into that. If you don't know what that is, then really what was said last week on the stream shouldn't bother you too much. Now, that's literally all for State of Dev. We are going to move straight into State of Community. Boop! And we are going to talk about what the fuck up is in the first place. The fuck up, chat, is that there is not going to be a patch notes video next week. There will be a launch. There will be a stream. A launch, obviously. There will be a patch stream as well, all afternoon. I did promise a patch notes video as well last week on stream, and that video is not coming, and I wanted to just be coming clear about that as soon as possible. And I figured the best way would be to do it for the same audience here on Twitch, who most likely heard it last week as well, except we were not gonna stream today. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll stream today, just to get that said. That's it, literally. That's the fuck up. The patch notes video is not gonna hit next week, and it feels doubly bad because we did not have one for 1.0 either. The latest one is update 8 to this point, and there are a couple of reasons for why. And the first one, the first video, the first reason is that we have released a video already that kind of encroached on patch notes video territory. This video was released at the end of March, and it was the video I released right before the game 1.1 hit experimental and I went on vacation. I lied to you. I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Garlic Bread. I would never lie to Garlic Bread if I intentionally. So yeah. Yeah, that video hit, and by all metrics, like both in terms of content itself and in terms of the activity it, garnered on our socials, not only YouTube but all socials, the discussion sparked from it, the hype levels, were very much on par with a patch notes video in terms of view count, in terms of comments, again in terms of activity buzzing around the game by metrics we have internally. And honestly, the video itself was still very much a talking head video, just me sitting here talking about the features. The B-roll of the video, captured by the freaking awesome internal team, including Tech, Gab, Design, Conrad, and my, honestly, if this man goes away, I will perish with him, Linus, our marketing and video editing guy, as well as a few others I'm surely forgetting because I'm toxic. B-roll in that video and what's delivery of game footage in that video was pretty much patch notes video quality. While the in-betweens, rather than being in real life gags, were just me sitting at this place talking about some features. This video had been released, and me in my planning, so now we get to the part where I fucked up. This is the first patch notes video that I was supposed to plan and head since Snut left the building. And this was also my first session with the game having a major update tested on EXP ever. So I was sitting there with 2 new frontiers, like, okay, the game is now on EXP before it goes live with a bunch of new features, because I was here for the 1.0 period as well, dev period, but 1.0 was always in a closed beta, not EXP. As well as, again, the patch notes video also being the first one that I was supposed to direct, write the script for, plan, shots out for, all that shabazz. And me being kind of unaware of... What up? Ja, streamar just nu. I'm live. Do you want to join? Oh. You know the guy I just mentioned? Linus? He's here. If you die, I perish with you. Come say hi. We're talking about how I fucked up.
Hi, chat.
If you like our videos, that guy is the backbone behind all of them. Like the literal, if he goes away, you will just not have the same amount of hype or crispy, satisfactory content in the YouTube videos. No. So yeah. See you later. So yeah. This was the first time ever that I kind of spearheaded. I was supposed to spearhead and plan out community content, YouTube videos and streams and news coming out from our end for something like this, for the game being on EXP and the game being and the patches video coming down later for live. I was kind of inexperienced with how YouTube had been handled with EXP earlier. And of course, we have the entire archive, the YouTube channel. All the old videos are there. I could just go back and watch them. And I also had Linus, as well as production, the entire team for consulting. What's the deal when we go into EXP? How do we manage this in terms of hyping EXP up and telling people the game is now out on EXP without... how do we hype them up for EXP coming out while keeping a lot of hype to deliver for the live version of the game, considering people will be able to see most, if not all, features in EXP and thus be aware of them before we even make a patch notes video. They referred back to how Snoot and Jace, and also only Snoot, had done it in the past. And we realized back then that by the time we were supposed to... because all the old updates, most of the old updates, also had like a small little teaser season jumping or like railing along towards 1.1 or a new update on EXP. Oh yeah, most updates had that. But we realized this. We checked back in the video archives and we realized we were supposed to have like a proper teaser season. I was supposed to have planned out a proper teaser season. We realized this way too close onto 1.1 being supposed to hit EXP. So we basically did not have time to make multiple videos before 1.1 was gonna hit EXP. We only had like, I think, one at max 2 videos, and they would then have to be like pretty good, pretty hype videos in slots where I had planned for other stuff. So our solution then was, okay, fine, we'll just make a bigger video that describes many things about 1.1 for the EXP hit. And so we just make this like a big bang video rather than a like lead up of smaller videos. And this is where my fuck up comes into play, because by my planning, I basically wrote a script that revealed all of 1.1 on YouTube. It was gonna be on EXP regardless, but at least in terms of hype content to deliver on YouTube, this shot had been fired. We had shown everything. I had decided to show everything. Personnel elevators, blueprint autoconnects in the rapid fire segment, vertical splitting also in the rapid fire segment, hypertube junctions, programmable splitters, vertical splitters, and mergers. All, you've seen the video. All the shabazz. So I wrote that, thinking that's fine. We'll just do something similar for 1.1's patch notes video. And then when it came to writing that script for most of April and all of May and recording for all of May, we realized as a team that the script honestly just would not be up to par, or at best it would just be a flat replica of what I had already written back in March. And that's because I did not hold back on firing all the shots back in March. So I had left the, myself and also the entire video production team with way too little ammo to fire for this supposed patch notes video in June to basically argue that the work, because there is a crazy amount of work going into a patch notes video. The amount of hours we would have to sink into that simply would not... balance out the return of that video, considering the content of the video already exists on YouTube. That's where my planning fuck up came into place. So, yeah, let me catch up to chat for a bit. With chat for a bit. I'm forcing you to read again. Gets new CM. He's never seen it. He will be here next week, I promise. He's crazy hard at work and he's home about to become sick, so we don't want him here at the moment in this room. Hello to Linus. So yeah, TLDR, what I'm saying. I fired too many shots early this year, so I don't have any shots left to fire for a patch notes video, aka no patch notes video in June. That's it. That's it. Disasters in Satisfactory? Nothing. The game itself is running along plenty. Release for 1.1 is still June 10, just as planned. Nothing new, nothing crazy. That's it. That's literally all I had to say in terms of community content. So yeah, poor planning on my part has made it so that a patch notes video in the veins of update 876, do we have 6? Oh, whatever, is not happening. And I'm only going live to say this. I decided that I wanted to be live and have this archived as a stream, a rambly stream at this point, but yeah, and say this because I also went live yesterweek saying that there was gonna be a patch notes video live on stream. So I wanted to retract that before the actual day next week. Which to some people may seem like a bit much, just like a very small deal. To some people, I can absolutely see some disappointment in just, you know, some hype content, some fun hype content is not happening on YouTube. But in the grand scheme of things, the game is still gonna come out plenty. The stream is still happening. And because the video not coming out is a direct result of my own poor planning skills, I wanted to be ahead of the curve and just spell that out on record. That's it. And of course, we'll learn from this. We'll learn from this and we'll chug right along as we go towards future updates. Ooh, you thought I was going to name something? No. Future updates, that's all. Yep, exactly, Afro, and thank you. Thank you. Again, to some people, this might be a weird thing to boot up the stream for and own up for, but it felt right to me. Only because I've been on record saying the opposite last week. Literally, chat. Literally, that's everything I had to say for this stream. Nothing new in terms of the game. We had a new patch out yesterday. I think it was yesterday, this morning maybe. And the game itself will hit live next week, so there's nothing left to be said. We're hoping to have one final little push of fixes out for live, but it's not solidified. What you see on EXP right now is most likely what you will see on live, plus localization and maybe the odd little fix. So yeah, what's wrong with the mic? What is wrong with the mic? The good news is that all of the info you want is out. Yeah. The game is in a good state for next week's release, and you're informed. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the reassurance. And also, another very good thing is that I did pick up a few nifty recording skills after all. We did record a lot of in real life footage, stuff you will never see. Stuff you won't see for this patches video, but the concept of what we wanted to deliver to you with the real life, like in-betweens, is very, very good, and definitely something we'll use in the future. And like learning, just knowing that concept works, as well as learning a lot about filming in general as we film that, very helpful. So stuff to learn. Never say, never spill out all the bad milk. You can always like. I'm about to make a horrible metaphor. Don't throw the baby out with the bath. That's not the same thing, is it? I don't know. There is always something to learn, chat. Let's just do it easy. Let's not be poetic. Let's be frank.